Okay, so I'm a big fan of the evolving headline throughout the week, as we covered with Sleeping Watch Dogs,
Flappy Bird,
and Flappy Bird.
Just like you write it down at the beginning of the week.
Exactly.
You have to keep going back, and it becomes a non-story, and then it becomes a bigger story.
That's what happens to me anytime I go back to it and I'm re-editing it. And this was one, the third one this week. Japanese Beethoven deaf composer turns out to not be deaf or a composer.
Wait, he's not deaf?
He's not deaf.
He's been faking deafness also?
He turns out to not be deaf or a composer at all.
So here's the background. This is the guy who was credited as composing most of the early Resident Evil, and Onimusha soundtracks.
And lots of other big
Which
stuff.
are all godlike. They're amazing. And the excuse that they gave for the Resident Evil Director's Cut soundtrack being so bad in places is that he was going fucking deaf. And then he got better and he learned how to use perfect pitch, and he could still compose just like Beethoven did when he was deaf.
Right, so he was like considered the Japanese Beethoven because he's fully composing and doing all of his work and everything's
great
fine,
stuff,
and he can't hear it, whatever. And it turns out that he's been getting this other guy for the last
a huge fraud.
10 years.
Ghostwriter.
Go to ghostwrite his music. Exactly. Yeah. And the guy basically just came out and went like, I can't anymore.
It's been too long.
And
could you imagine the weight of that after a while?
Unless you're a dirtbag.
Because what got credited recently? He got credited for something. The Olympics.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The Olympics was going to credit him for this music.
That'll do it.
And the guy was like, fuck it. I don't care.
It's too much.
The Olympics, what? And then this comes out, big stank controversy. Dude's going
Resident Evil 1 is ruined.
He's like, I'm sorry. Yes, it's true. He's helped me over the years,
Please
and so
understand.
on and so forth. And then the original guy, the ghostwriter, comes out and goes, furthermore, he's not even deaf. Sometimes when I talk to him, he pretended to not hear me. But then after a while, he gave up the gimmick and just would totally listen.
What a heel!
And have normal conversation.
This is a goddamn national scandal.
Unbelievable.
This is outrageous.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
I feel like...
How do you not get fucking found out for being not deaf for like 20 years? How does that happen?
He was a music school teacher.
Maybe he's not the Japanese Beethoven, but he's like the Japanese Tom Cruise, and that he's such a great actor.
Like, how pro is this guy that not a single goddamn time with people around did someone go, "Hey, guy," and have him turn around? Like,
actually, sorry, my mistake. He was not the teacher. It was this music school teacher that was the ghostwriter.
Yes. But fucking still, like, jeez.
Mamoru Samuragochi.
So I remember I was talking to Wooly, and we just talked about this guy. Wooly's like, that's fucking retarded or whatever. And then I read, did you know he's also not deaf? And you were like, what? That like blew your mind.
The plot thickens, man.
That is nonsensical.
Yeah,
that is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, no, the ghostwriter Nigaki was paid $77,000 over 2 decades.
That's probably the worst part about it. That dude got fucking ripped off.
For 20 pieces of music.
Like, a single piece of the Resident Evil music, with all its attendant royalties, concerts, and whatnot, is probably worth more than that.
Yeah.
Like, the Resident Evil 2 main theme or some shit is probably worth like twice that.
That's a theme of the tofu.
Yeah.
For a meager annual salary at best.
Bullshit.
Scandal, controversy.
How does no one catch that? That's like...
Well, ABC News caught it.
I know, but it's crazy. It takes the Olympics, checked to see he was actually doing his job the whole time.
Let's speculate and bullshit, but it's probably likely what happened is a whole bunch of people and everyone he worked with knew, and everyone just shut the fuck up.
Don't speculate about
there was
that.
no way he composed in studio.
I much prefer
MP3s.
I much prefer the idea that he submits stuff.
He
like
came
from
down to the office and everyone just looked the other way. And they just did,
not Mikami.
It's not his business, man.
No, shut up, though.
He gets to disassociate with him years later, and that's fine.
Please understand.
No.
Please understand, I don't want to make music, it's hard.
Now he's making... Now he's making the music for Psycho Break.
Did you guys know that Oh, you serious?
No.
Did you guys know that writing music's really hard?
Oh, is it?
Sometimes it's hard.
Like, I mean, in my defense, it's really hard.
Yeah. That'd be so great if at the end of the press release it just has that quotation mark.
Please understand, it's very difficult.